Finals, the first one of the pre-season competition here for the Panthers Juniors. It's Mounties versus Windsor. Mounties topping their pool. Windsor having to rely on being the best second-place team in their group. We are almost set to go. Mounties running right to left. And it is time in a few short... Well, not a few short moments. About half an hour's time, we will have our first grand finalist, or we'll have both our grand finalists, but you'll hear who makes it first on this broadcast as Windsor shifted early. They go down the touchline and step inside. They're over their own 40. Wheeler it is. Now to Tory Willie. In the middle of the field now. It's Tumalata right on halfway. This is a good start to the game for Windsor as Willie kicks down the ground, turns the fullback inside out, running backwards. He has to make a play at it. This is going to be tough for the Mounties number one. He's got an out. As I bring in Lachlan Fabiano, Michael Ponticello, of course, alongside you for this one. Lockie, great start for Windsor.
Yeah, that was a great early kick from Tory Willie there, and he's found the ground. He's found the perfect, place for the ball to sit up, and he's done really well. And, he was the leader of his own kick chase, so it's always good to be that kind of role model for the team. Your
chase is only as good as your kick, and the result of it depends on your defence. And look what Windsor have done in the first couple of tackles, keeping the Mounties side in their own half. But here we go. They've made a break already. He's come to Bird, and he's fallen over before he got to Bird. What a great play from Mounties. They've got some space. If they decide to put it through their hands, they decide against it. They kick down the ground. Windsor have to retreat. They're going back a long way and have to actually make a play at the ball. They go around and they get out of their own in-goal area. Fantastic footy. Rushworth it is that had to make the play. And now Campbell Bird. Great footy all round, Lockie.
Yeah, it was a great break there from Mounties, and then an even better kick that's got them Windsor right back into their own red zone in their own corner. So both teams... got their work set out for them, knowing what they're coming into.
Windsor, they love that left side. They're utilising it in the early stages of this one. A side full of amazing footballers as they go down the touchline. And that'll be the last play. They haven't gone too far in this set, but it'll be Tory Willie. That's a difficult kick to handle. Down to the Mounties fullback. He's done well. He's done it easy. Look at him run, just effortless up to his own, or past his own 40, up to halfway, but he's pushed back a little bit. That's a good end to the set for Mounties in terms, or defensively. Windsor, they're losing the territory battle at the moment.
Yeah, and Windsor, obviously, just as you said, Mounties being 45 out from the Windsor try line is posing a really big threat, as we know they've got plenty of ball players who can prove dangerous.
Good bit of defence from the Windsor side. Ben Attard, the brother of Jack, he lit up our competition last year in the Panthers Juniors as they go down the short side. Windsor, they put the man through the gap. He's still going. The arm goes free and they say knock forward. I agree with that decision. Referee has got that right. Windsor, good enough defence, but Mounties asking plenty of questions early.
Yeah, they're just holding on there, Windsor. I think they're very lucky to have gotten away with that one. I think the number 10 for Mounties here on this left edge, I believe, playing in the left back row. He's tried to just force that pass, and I don't think it needed to be made.
Mounties.
But that was some good defense from the Windsor side.
Willie's the first receiver. Long ball over, out wide. Cut out pass. Still 0-0, 30-minute games, 15-minute halves. Campbell Bird, good ball. Windsor, they go down the left touchline. Look at them streak away, and the defence comes right in the nick of time. Bird's the dummy half, gets it back to Lindsay, straightens up, and goes into the defence. And now he's lost the ball. So all that good hard work from Windsor outdone by that mistake.
Yeah, it was just poor defence from Mounties on that right edge there as well. They conceded, a couple tens of metres there, about 30 or 40 metres down that left-hand side of Windsor's attack. So we did say before that Windsor do love that left side, so they might look to it for the rest of that game, and we'll see how the game unfolds.
Mounties feeding the scrum, 30 or so metres away from their own line. Just running straight and hard at the moment. Windsor, the best performing second place team. Some would say they're fortunate to be in this position, but that's all you need. Bit of luck. The great teams make their own luck, and let's see if they can really use what they've been given, this second chance almost. As Mounties, they go to the right-hand side now. Quick passing, but Windsor wrap that up. And man stuck in the ruck there as they go down the short side, come back into the centre of the ground. That's a great tackle. That is a fantastic tackle.
Player down here in backfield.
You're right, this is not good.
Looks like he's clutching at an ankle.
You never like to see this in any sort of contest, but let alone a pre-season competition. Officials coming onto the ground now to assist the injured player. Lockie, the inaugural, the first ever pre-season competition taking place today. It's been a fantastic day. A lot of fans coming through the gates. It's almost like a mini Magic Rounds, just on sort of a pre-season style, if you'd like to say it like that. What have you made of it so far, and do you see it coming back for season 2026?
Yeah, 100% I do, Michael. And it was obviously a great turnout, as you said, but I think this team on the right-hand side, wearing the grey and yellow, Mounties fan base, I think we can all agree, has had the best performance of them all. They've been the loudest for sure, and they come heaps of them came in today. So it was good to see the turnout for their fans as well. But yeah, 100% it will be returning next year.
A high floating kick down the ground. Who wants it? It's been taken by Mounties. Now, what's the referee saying? He's just taking it straight on the full, and 6 more tackles is ordered. So maybe it had a Windsor hand in there in the contest. Mounties a fantastic opportunity to open the scoring. About 10 or so metres away from the line. They shift it out the back. Beautiful pass. It's been dropped and picked up by Windsor. Now let's see the speed. I think it's Ben Attard. Look at him fly downfield. Chased by Mounties. He'll get there, will he? No! Oh, he gets up and goes again and scores. What a fantastic try for Windsor to open the scoring in this semi-final. Referee points to the spot. They lead 4 points to nil. It was that man, Ben Attard. I mean, it's got something to do with the Attard surname. They just love a long-range try.
100% they do, and we've seen it plenty of times for Colleton last year in our Don Feltis under-19s Cup, and it was Jack Attard who was showing us, shades of some of the best fullbacks of all time in his play style. And we've seen his brother Ben just doing the exact same, if not exceeding, just everything his brother's done. It's just a really great show from these boys, and we're so it's so lucky that we're able to be watching both of them.
Defense into offense. The mistake from the Mounties came at the good part of the field for them as they were attacking, but it was swooped up. The ball found its way to Attard, and see you later. It was a last-ditch attempt from the Mounties fullback to get him down. He got him down, but he didn't complete the tackle. And the Windsor player got up, went again, and finished the job. Tory Willie looking to finish the job here in terms of making this a converted try, 6-point lead. Hits it very well. He's a sweet striker of the ball. I can only think of one time where he's absolutely had a shocker, and that was, I think, a game against Emu Plains last year in the open men's competition. There was a try scored on the sideline, and let me tell you, it went nowhere near the post. But all in all, Tory, the best player in the open men's competition last year, he had a terrific season. He started today brilliantly, and the goal kicking is on song. The Mounties fullback, Gill, it was a fantastic chase, Lockie. He got him. He just didn't finish the tackle. And Gill to get us back underway. Kick goes down the ground. It's wobbling around all over the place. And now Alamax Sitia running straight and hard for Windsor. Attard's a dummy half. And they're just going to work it away from their own half of the field, just trying to complete the set after points. We talk about how important that is. And now a run back on the angle. Windsor with Willie. Oh, the pass wasn't great. The pass was, I'd say, very subpar at best. And Willie's put it down. Mounties now with an opportunity to perhaps level the scores.
Yeah, just like you were saying, is not really much he could have done there, Tory Willie. You got to feel for him there in that situation. I mean, they'll probably cop all the blame for that, but as we said, I don't think the pass was too great, as Mounties will work it down their right side.
Windsor, the only try scorers so far in this one. 6-0 they lead thanks to a runaway effort from Ben Attard. Now they go into the centre, Mounties. Just big contact in the centre of the ground. It's exactly what you want to see. It's right on Zamet. Now they go back to the left-hand side. Long Harbour Bridge pass over the top. It's tackled right on the edge of the field. The ball goes back into the centre. Mounties, this is the last play. The attacking kick will surely come. No, they're going to run straight and hard. Did they know it was the last? I don't think they did, and it's been picked up by Windsor. Now they're on the counter-attack. Can they flick it out to the left-hand side? No, but it's a great result for the Wolves. They've got the ball and they've saved, well, not a try, but an opportunity of a try being scored.
Yeah, I think we actually got 2 players injured here. I think we got Mounties play with the head knock, and we see Sitia going off of the back of the field. He chucked his hand straight in the air and was signalling for the substitution. So
yep, it's not a good look.
We'll see.
Late in the day, injuries are bound to happen. As Harvey quite rightly mentioned before, contact sport, this is what happens, but especially when fatigue comes into play.
100%. Fatigue is just the biggest killer in any sport, obviously, because all you want to do is just keep going, and you just give until your body can't take any more. And that's when those unfortunate injuries just occur.
Harvey will be jumping on for the second half of this clash. He'll also be providing an update for us on the game on Field 2 between Colleton and Emu Plains. See who's ahead in that one in their quest for a grand final spot. As Windsor make their way past their own 30. Willie, out the back they go. Chance here, a bit of space, but Mounties snuff it out very nicely. Geyer it was making the tackle, the big number 21 playing 5'8". Now the ball will go to Willie using his skills to almost cut through the line. He's tackled. The ball will come to Attard. A high floating kick down to the Mounties winger. And look at him go across field, trying to use his footwork. And he's been wrapped up. That's a good kick return. It's a good set of 6. Just good football all around.
Yeah, Windsor with a great set there. And Ben Attard had to step up and take that kick as Willie was caught up in the fifth tackle rather, as he's down with a cramp at the moment.
Penalty goes to the Mounties. That's exactly what they needed.
100%, and cramp obviously setting in. You know, there'll be plenty of those in this game, I reckon, and the next game. There's
You're right.
plenty of cramps. It's not a good sight.
Halftime bell goes in the background. Gill takes the kick to touch. The ball goes to the left-hand side. They're going to shift the pass here, Mounties, and the play breaks down. So that ends a very physical half of football. I think that's the best word to describe it. Windsor leads 6 points to 0 thanks to a runaway effort from Ben Attard. They're halfway to a grand final berth in this pre-season competition, broadcast from the beautiful Pepper Tree Sporting Complex here in St Clair. Thanks so much for your company in the first half. We'll be back for the second. Windsor leading 6 points to 0. Welcome back, everyone. Second half. Windsor are halfway to a grand final berth in this preseason competition. They lead 6-0 over Mounties. They scored one try in that first half. It was a runaway effort from Ben Attard, something we've become accustomed to with the Attard surname over the past 8 to 12 months. Mini Rabs alongside you and alongside me, the great Harvey Harrison, if he qualifies for the great adjective. I think he does. Harvey, you watched that first half purely as a spectator. Do you like Windsor's chances to finish the job?
I do, but I think the Mounties have more to offer. I think we didn't see enough of what they're capable of in that first half. I think they kind of not keeping the queue in the rack quite to the point where they're out of it, but I think there's definitely a lot more to offer, and I'm still backing Mounties to book.
You think they'll get the job done? Okay.
I'm backing them to book them the grand final.
Your predictions have been pretty on point today, so let's see if you finish it in style. Well, there's still the grand final to do, but at least the semi-final portion. As we've seen another break in play due to an injury.
Here you go. Here's one for our viewers. We'll have comebacks on both fields. It'll be a Colleton Mounties grand final.
That's a big call. Mark that one down. Andrew should mark that one down, our social media guy here at Penrith.
What do you reckon? You seem pretty confident on the Windsor train that they'll get the job done?
I think with tries so difficult to come by, as you could see in that first half, that runaway effort, I know it's only one try, but it makes life difficult. And Emu Plains, they're up 4-0. They're a good enough defensive team to finish the job.
Fair enough. So we've gone polar opposites. That's what we love about this sport.
Absolutely.
Completely disagreeing.
It's what we love about this commentary team. There's always opposites in decisions. You and our great mate Lockie were talking about who's worth $1.3 million in the NRL. That's a different conversation. Maybe we can discuss on the potentially upcoming Panthers Juniors podcast. We'll have to wait and see. As we resume the play here, the ball goes to the right-hand side now. And apologies, the man that tried to save the try that Ben Attard scored in that first half was actually the halfback, Davis. He was so close in the white headgear. Mounties move it up to halfway and beyond it. Zamet was playing the ball. And now a high kick from Gaia. Look at that float in the air. And that's well done. I mean, what more would you expect from Campbell Bird? He's always so professional at the back for whatever side he plays for. He was obviously a Glenmore Park Brumby last year. Now he's a Windsor Wolf. He's going to be a massive signing and one to look out for in the competition, the Open Men's competition this season. But Windsor won't be thinking about that yet. They'll just be thinking about winning this competition today, or this match to begin with, as this is a fantastic run up to the halfway point of the field. Hedges it was. They go to the short side. Willie, beautiful pass. Lindsay, wow, Bird was right there if he could have got the ball away. 5 and last. Willie. Chip over the top. Oh, what a catch on the full. He flicks it out the back. Now, did that take a Mountie's hand? It's been picked up by Windsor again and lost forward. I think they're saying Windsor knock on first, Harvey.
So, yeah. Yeah, so the game still stays definitely in the balance. 6 points the difference. As you said, 6 points is a lot in a 30-minute game. It's only the one try, but my pick for the grand final, it's looking more and more unlikely. Emu Plains have made it 10-0 on field 2 behind us. So we'll have to see. For the moment, 6-0 over here, all to play for. A spot for a shot at $6,000 and pre-season bragging rights.
Gaia inside pass to Gill. I like that combination from the 21 and the 1. They go to the left-hand side. Beautiful cutout ball. But Windsor, their defence has just been reading so well. And now a lost ball from Mounties. They're not happy with it. And I can understand why they think that the ball was helped out in the play of the ball in the ruck area. There's now a bit of push and shove. Boys, you don't want to get sent off. The last thing you want is to be unable to take further part in this competition with a potential grand final lurking.
Yeah, there's nothing less you want than to have one of your players sent off and then to not get to feature in a grand final. I mean, we're at this stage in the game where a send-off could mean your whole team doesn't play in the grand final. So a lot to think about there, but, you know, they know that. A bit of push and shove. They've got on with it. Cracking last couple
And a
minutes.
lost ball. Look at the defense in there. Fantastic from Mounties. I think it was the big number 8 that forced the error. It's what you love to see, just the momentum consistently shifting in a semi-final like this.
For anyone who likes dominant footy where one team is clearly the better side, they've not had a good day today because it's been very back and forth, which is the best form of rugby league. You know, you always want a last-minute finish.
Potentially, absolutely.
Grandstand finish, that's the word I'm looking for. We use it all the time, and yet it slipped my mind on that occasion.
They go to the left-hand side now. Mounties trying to push the pass. It's read very well, and a lost ball. No, penalty goes to Mounties. So they're definitely enjoying a bit of a fortunate period in the last sort of 45 seconds to a minute. Now a run in the middle of the ground. To the right they go to Gill. He steps, tries to push through the line. He almost got past Lindsay. He'll play the ball now. They get it back to the center of the ground. And just a settling run. Looking out for Davis, the Mounties halfback. What's he thinking? They go to the left-hand side. Zammit across. Opportunity for Mounties. Oh, the last pass doesn't go to hand. Campbell Bird picks it up. He's on his way. And he'll be wrapped up. Windsor appealing for a high tackle penalty. 6 more tackles is ordered. The Wolves' defence holds firm.
It sure does. What an opportunity out on that left edge for the Mounties to equalise in this game, but not to be. Strong defence, as we've seen all not afternoon, all day from Windsor. They've been so good, and a couple minutes away from a spot in the grand final.
Hedges with the ball. He can't get away from the man that handled him very well, I will say that. Now Willie, early kick, goes straight down to Gill. Not too sure what he was thinking there, Tory Willie, because Gill! Now, was that a clothesline? Referee says it's okay. That was very close to a high tackle penalty, but I think you are right. Strong run into the centre of the ground now. Inside Windsor's half. Short ball. Just Windsor's defence, they're just reading every play at the moment. They go to the right-hand side. Beautiful pass. As I said, they were reading every play. He comes to Bird, and that's a try-saving effort. They still say play on. Zammit with the ball now. They go to the left. They surely should score here. No, they don't. Unbelievable defence from Windsor. I thought the man was tackled, but he got up and threw the ball. The grubber kick goes through the line, and it will go dead. Oh, my goodness. Mounties have butchered a certain opportunity, at least for a try.
I mean, it looks like a 10-on-3 on that side. I don't know how. Just throw it through the hands, boys, and you're over. But it's not to be. The Mounties, as you said, a calamity of a situation. Time is ticking. Their pre-season cup aspirations do not have long left if they can't find a try. So big defensive set. And then you'd say they have to score on the next one.
Now Lindsay, strong ball carrier. He tried to get up.
No way.
He tried to use as much luck or fortune as he could there, Ethan Lindsay. He's been very good today. He's always one of the best players on the field. Just does his job all the time, makes very few mistakes. As Windsor go into Mounties' half of the field, they lead 6 points to nil, courtesy of that Ben Attard effort. Lindsay with the ball now. Tory Willie's the first receiver. The ball goes through, hedges down the touchline. Can he beat the winger? No, fantastic defence. 5 and last for Windsor. The ball goes over to Willie. He decides to run, gets the ball inside. Look at them scamper through, running for the line and scoring the try. Windsor go to a double-figure lead. It's Fate who's scored, and that might have just sealed Mounties' fate.
I think it has. I like what you've done there. Very proud of yourself in the commentary box, and so you should be. But so should Windsor. 10 points up. I've been on the Mounties bandwagon all day. I'm going to have to wave the white flag. I think their time in this competition is up. But what a performance from Windsor. I mean, they've not scored many points. All they've done is just defend, 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 and that's all they've needed to do. 2 moments of absolute brilliance, one from Attard and the other from Feint, to seal the deal and put the Windsor Wolves into a grand final. It looks like they will be playing Emu Plains, as I believe Colleton have not found a response. So 10 points to nil in that game. So an Emu Plains wins the grand final. Looks to be on the cards. You never know for sure, but it looks to be. And what a contest that'll be to round out the day.
1 and 2 on the ladder last year in the Open Men's competition.
Chance for Windsor revenge, potentially.
Yeah, from that grand final qualifier defeat at Leonet Oval, as Ben Attard straight down the middle, 12-0 Windsor Wolves. They are almost there into the pre-season competition grand final. And just a word on our sponsors, Harvey. You've been plugging them all day. How good are they?
Yeah, Revolution's Health and Fitness Centre. Brilliant sponsors of this great competition. Great for all things fitness, all things health. Revolution's Fitness and Health Centre. The perfect place to go, providing us with our $7,000 prize pool, because the runners-up still walk away with $1,000. So very kind of them, and they are great sponsors of what has been a fantastic competition this afternoon.
And it's not done yet, as the ball goes down the ground and a big run from the back fence and solid defence. See, I would say that the man was close to being taken over the sideline, but I don't think that was any chance of happening. There was 3 on them, but he was able to get to ground quick enough. Willie across field. The big number 22, how do you tackle him, Harvey? He's just an absolute unit. Lost the ball here, Windsor have, so Mounties a good opportunity to perhaps get on the board. Not much time left, but time nonetheless. And yeah, talk about the big number 22 for Windsor. How would you go about tackling? Me, I'd wave the white flag.
Yeah, my tactic in under 10s footy, I'm exposed myself here. My tactic in under 10s footy was get out of the way, and then when I knew I couldn't catch them, run as fast as I could, so it looked like I made an effort. So I don't think I'm the man to be asking as a retired under 10s rugby league player, 2-time premiership winner, so that's all that matters.
You had to mention that.
The rings are all that matters, so it doesn't matter if you scored 1 try or 100 over those 2 years, the 2 premiership rings are what matters most. I think I won more rings than played tackles, though. That says a lot.
Gil, now they go to the right-hand side, and that just tells you a lot about how good your team was. The Mounties looking to get on the board. They trail 12 points to nil. Pushing their way towards that try line. Ball goes back to the left-hand side. Ball goes... Zamet had an opportunity. Now Bird's picked it up. He tries to spot some room. He isn't able to go through that little gap that was created. But that'll just about do us, Harvey. Windsor into the grand final.
Yeah, for sure. And they'll be joined by Emu Plains. They've run over for their third try. Oh, he was lining up a big shot there, but not to be. But yeah, Windsor, Emu Plains grand final. What a contest we're set for in about half an hour's time.
Willie finds the grass. And it's a great chase from the second try scorer, Feint. Oh, my apologies. Feint has been a fantastic player today. And there he is in the tackle right there. And penalty goes to Mounties as the siren goes. So we'll have one more play in this match. But it'll be Windsor into the grand final for the 2025 pre-season competition. This will be the final play of the game. Apologies, maybe it won't be. Continue being on. They've gone off too early, the man with the siren.
I think it's for the other field.
Potentially is. We've still got a little bit of time left. The joys of having two games right next to each other, you don't know which one's finished before. Gaia, out the back they go. And Windsor wrap it up again. It's been the story of this 30 minutes. And that's been another smaller storyline. Mistakes when the line is wide open, or when they're in with a chance to potentially push for an opportunity to score. They've lost it again. Windsor, hands on hips, hands on heads. But they should be raising their arms aloft as now the siren goes. The Windsor Wolves are into the 2025, the inaugural pre-season competition grand final. We'll have to wait and see who their opponents are.
Plains.
I believe it is Emu Plains. So what a contest that sets up. Emu Plains and the Windsor Wolves battling it out to be the inaugural pre-season competition winners and the victors and the claimants of $6,000. We'll be back for the grand final. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be a cracker. Emu Plains up against Windsor very shortly.